Like so many other skincare brands, Deconstruct also decided to change their formulation of their most popular sunscreen, that is the Deconstruct Gel Sunscreen. And in this video, I'm going to compare the old and the new Deconstruct Gel Sunscreen. So let's get into it without any delay. I'm going to talk about which features are the exact same and which features got completely changed. So let's talk about which features are the same. The first feature I'm going to talk about is the look, the packaging. The packaging is exactly the same. This is the new one and this is the old one. They look exactly same. You cannot tell the difference. I was about to say that the price is exactly same as well, because both of them have printed 349 in their back. But I'm making this video during Nika Hot Pink sale and I just got to know about that Deconstruct new sunscreen changed their price. Yes, they went from 349 to 399 and the sale price of the sunscreen is today was 379. The last time I got the new one was for 332 rupees and now it's 379. So anyway, I was about to say the price is exactly the same, but I cannot say that anymore. But the packaging is exactly the same. The next feature that stays the same is the color of the sunscreen, more like the texture. I mean, the sunscreen is white, obviously. The texture of the sunscreen stays the same for about like 80%, even though it is not 100%. That is basically everything that stays the same and not much more than that. Now we're going to talk about what are the different features, and that is very interesting, so let's talk about it. The first biggest difference is the SPF and PA rating. Previous one used to have SPF 55 plus and PA 3 pluses. Now it has SPF 50 and PA 4 pluses. Now listen to me carefully. SPF 55 and SPF 50 doesn't matter much. While SPF 50 protects you from 98% UV rays, SPF 55 protects you from 98.2% UV rays. There is not much difference. PA pluses, the extra pluses you get in your sunscreen, that means you are getting double the protection. For example, PA 1 plus rating gives you between 2 to 4 ppd factor. 2 pluses gives you the 4 to 8 ppd factor. 3 pluses gives you 8 to 16 ppd factor, and 4 pluses gives you the highest protection as of now, more than 16 or higher to be specific, ppd protection. Now what is ppd protection? I will write it down on the screen, you can check it out. Each pluses in PA ratings doubles your protection. So even though there is not much difference in SPF rating, there is a huge difference in PA ratings. The new Deconstruct is protecting your skin far better than the old one. So I personally thank Deconstruct for changing their SPF rating, SPF and PA rating. So let's move on to the next big difference. So now the second and most important difference is their formulation. That means their ingredients. The previous one used to have three main UV filters. Benzophenone 3, which is known as oxybenzone, butyl methoxydibenzole methane, which is known as avobenzone, and ethyl hexyl methoxycinnamate, which is known as octinoxate. So these three were the main UV filters of the old generation of Deconstruct sunscreen. What did they do? Oxybenzone gets absorbed into your skin and gives you broad spectrum protection. That means it gives you protection from UVA and UVB rays. The next one is avobenzone. It is a potent sunscreening agent that protects against photoaging and tanning. So photoaging means it is protecting you from premature aging. That is what avobenzone do. And it also protects you from skin tanning. We all know about skin tanning. The next is octinoxate. It boosts sun's protection factor by protecting against UVB rays. UVB rays causes skin tanning, sunspots, skin burning. These problems are mainly happens because of UVB rays, and UVA rays cause skin premature aging, fine lines, wrinkles, skin sagging. These are the results of UVA rays. So these three were the main UV filters of the old generation sunscreen. Now they have changed their formulation completely, and now we have two UV filters, Tinosorb M and Uvinol A+. So what does Tinosorb M do? It is photostable UVA and UVB filter for broad spectrum protection. Photostable means it stays on your skin for a long time. That means, in short, you had to reapply your sunscreen every 1 to 2 hours. But with this new filter, you can reapply your sunscreen every 3 to 4 hours. My dear, if you sweat a lot, you have to reapply your sunscreen. Doesn't matter what type of sunscreen you are using. It can be old generation, new generation filter, doesn't matter. If you are sweating a lot, you have to reapply your sunscreen no matter what. So basically what photostable means is that it stays on your skin for a long time and protects you from UV rays for a longer while. UVA and UVB filter, so it gives you protection from both UVA and UVB rays. Gives you broad spectrum protection. So that is what Tunnels of Aim does. Now what is Uvinal A? This is organic UV filter. It protects you from blue light. Now what is blue light? Most of the people nowadays spend their time in front of a screen. It can be any device, mobile, tablet, PC, laptop, even a TV. Just like the sun is giving us UV rays, these devices also have a ray that can seriously damage our skin. Specifically, if we spend a lot of our time in front of a screen in a dark room, we get dark circles. Yes. So this sunscreen protects you from that light, that ray coming from that device. This is called blue light filter. So this gives you protection from that too. So if you are someone who has to work in front of a computer or a laptop for all day, you have to use this sunscreen. You are getting protected from the blue light coming from that device. How great is that? Even though Juvenile A Plus cannot do this alone, it is helping Tinosorb M to protect your skin from both UV rays and from your device. How great is that? So this new one is a super great product in my opinion, and they had to change it. The most important part is the oxybenzone, avobenzone. These UV filters used to get absorbed into a skin, and most of the people were afraid that they might mix in our bloodstream by getting absorbed into our skin. Even though there is not much evidence, people with sensitive and very dry skin cannot use a sunscreen with these filters because they can cause irritation, skin redness, itchiness. So many doctors also tell us to avoid using sunscreen with oxybenzone and avobenzone oxide because they get absorbed into our bloodstream. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the main difference between the UV filters of both of these sunscreens. Now we are going to talk about the last difference, that is blending time. How much time both of these take to get blend into a skin. So let's move on to the last difference. So I have washed my hands. Now we are going to use the sunscreen on both sides of my face. This is the new one. Can you see? Yes. We are going to use it on this side. I think I have applied too much. Yes. Anyway, on this side, I'm going to use the old one. Oh God. Anyway, so this side is the old one and this side is the new one. Now let's time to blend. Here is the timer. There is an important point I forgot to mention in the video, so I am saying it now. That is, the new product, the new sunscreen is both in vitro and in vivo tested. It is mentioned in their product itself. I thought the texture was same, but this one kind of feels more solid and this one feels like a gel one. Yes, this does feel like I'm applying something gel-like texture, but this one does not feel like a gel. By the way, in simple words, that means they have tested the sunscreen in both laboratory and on human skin before they put it on cells. This side looks completely blended, but this side does not look like it is completely blended yet. But I know it will get blended. Look. So the previous one takes more time to get blend into our skin, while the new one gets blended within seconds. This side does feel like I have applied something really cool. The OG cooling sensation after applying the Deconstruct Gel Sunscreen. It doesn't feel like that at all. Oh my God, please Deconstruct, bring it back. I want to feel like I have applied something very cool on my face. Especially, it feels so great during summer, but unfortunately, I don't feel like anything. As for stickiness, none of this side does feel sticky. The old one took a little longer to blend. but this blended within seconds. Even though I'm not supposed to rate both of these, but if I have to rate it, I think I will give the old Deconstruct Gel Sunscreen a 7 out of 10 because it used to protect my skin, and my oily skin has been loving this sunscreen for so long. And even though I did feel like at some point I had to reapply every 1 to 1.5 hours, but still I loved the old one as well as much as I do this new one. So I'm going to give this a solid 7 out of 10, and extra 2 points for giving me the cooling sensation. Anyway, for the new one, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10, extra 1.5 for giving the extra protection, doubling the protection and changing their formulation completely. I'm not giving it a 9 out of 10 because I do want to feel like that I have applied something really cold on my skin. The cooling sensation I have been loving so much about the sunscreen is completely gone. You have changed your formulation, your SPF and PA ratings, so a huge thank you to Deconstruct for that. I request you, as someone who has been using your sunscreen for years, to change your texture a little. The texture is not really creamy, but it is kind of thick, not a really gel based texture. So change your texture a little, and I'm going to give you a 9.5 out of 10. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope this video was helpful to you. Do subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments below if you want me to compare any other skincare or hair care products. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Ta-ta. By the way, I am going to review the new one, the new Deconstruct Gel Sunscreen, in a detailed video. I will be reviewing all of the features I like and dislike about it, but let me give a little time because I want to test it out more. I have just used it for like 15 days, so I have to use this one a little longer to finally give you an honest review. So stay tuned.